Hey, this is Rick Caselge, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. I want to welcome you to today's video, and in this video we're going to go through 6 easy stretches for tight hips and low back pain. Now Jenna's going to demonstrate the exercises. I'll kind of highlight the details of them, and we're going to start off with the first one, which is rotate legs in and out. Okay, so you're moving from standing down to the ground. Now if you have difficulty getting to the ground, you can do this exercise in your bed or on a massage table or plinth or fitness bench, so you don't have to come all the way down to the floor. But if all you have is the floor, you work your way down. You look at Jenna, she's lying on her back, relaxing the upper body, shoulders, neck area. Arms are to the side, legs are out a little bit, and she's going to rotate her legs out and rotating them in, and focusing on the movement happening from the thighs, because we want the movement really to happen in the thighs and hip joint area as opposed to just in the feet and ankle area. Now, so with this one, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5, so 5 each direction, time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position, intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to dynamically stretch the internal and external rotators of the hips. So a lot of times these muscles will tighten up if you have core weakness or if you have back pain. So we want to loosen them up so that the body moves freer, and it ends up helping when it comes to overcoming your hip tightness and your low back pain. Okay, moving on to the second exercise. This is number 2. This is spinal twist. Perfect. So that's the end position. So breaking it down again, moving from standing down to the floor, lying on your back, arms to the side, relaxing the upper body, neck, and shoulder area. You're going to bring one knee up. You're going to bring that leg across and bring that knee ideally to the ground. But even if you can't, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so ideally to the ground, and what we're really working on is really stretching that mid-back area and lower back area. You'd come back and then you'd go through the other side. Good, good. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, time would be 20 seconds, intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to stretch the muscle, to statically stretch the muscles around the hip, muscles in the lower back, and also work on the mobility and movement in that spine when it relates to rotation. Okay, moving on to the third one, standing hip flexor stretch. Okay, so and that's the end position. So standing nice and tall, you can go half a step forward, half a step back. The front foot is flat, pointing straight ahead. Knees in line with that foot. Back leg, you're kind of on the ball of your foot, your heels up. Then you're going to tighten up your abdominal area. You're going to bring your hips forward, and you're looking at stretching that front of the hip area, specifically targeting that hip flexor. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, time would be 20 seconds, intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to stretch out the hip flexors, but you're also going to stretch out the quads a little bit as well. Now, the reason why is commonly the hip flexors and the quads will tighten up if you have tight hips and also if you have low back pain. Okay, moving to the fourth one, this is hamstring walkouts. Okay, so standing nice and upright, working your way down to the ground. So bending through the hips, trying to stay nice and straight in the upper body, and then walking out. And then walking back, and then coming back to the start. Perfect. Now looking at the sets, reps, time and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, time would be smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position, intensity is light, and the purpose of this one is to dynamically stretch the hamstrings. So a lot of times the hamstrings are tight with people that have low back pain, and also tight hamstrings affects the flexibility and mobility in the hip. Okay, now moving on to the next one. So this is the 5th one, foot to hand. Okay, so standing nice and upright, you're going to swing one leg up, bring the opposite hand to that foot, and then switch to the other side, and just alternating back and forth. So looking at the sets, reps, time and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2 on each side, so alternating back and forth. Time, smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. Intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to dynamically stretch the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, moving on to the last one, number 6, this is forward fold. Perfect. So starting off nice and then working your way back to the start. So Jenna was at the end position, worked her way back up. So standing nice and upright, you have a bit of a wide stance. Now you're going to hip hinge. So you're kind of bringing the seat back, bending the knees, upper body's in a straight line. Then you're going to get to where your upper body's parallel to the floor. Then you're going to start rounding throughout that spine, dropping the head, hanging the arms, and then to intensify things, you can cross the arms and really pull through that spine. Hold that bottom position for a couple seconds, and then slowly return back to that starting position. Now looking at the sets, reps, time and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, time would be 10 seconds, so slow movement down to that bottom position, holding the bottom position for 10 seconds, and then returning back to the start position. Sets, rep, time, intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to stretch out the hamstrings, work on traction throughout the spine, and you're also getting mobility work throughout that spine. So there you go, there's the 6 exercises to kind of go through and give a try when it relates to helping you loosen up your hips and help you with your back pain. Now, okay, that's it. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you want more information on program to help you loosen up your hips, head down to the description and click the first link. So that's it. This is Rick Casalge from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.